She's one of those that's in the state band is Cheyenne Holt. She qualified in senior creed speaking. She was a sophomore. She got third in state behind two seniors. And starting out the year, there were over 400 senior creed speakers in the state of Texas, and she was third. And so she's going to go back next year, and hopefully she'll get that thing won. She was also in cotton judging, which was 5th place in the state out of 82 teams, I think, in Lubbock at Texas Tech. And Dublin was the only non-West Texas team in the top 10, so that was pretty cool. And then Cheyenne also qualified a couple weeks ago to state in soil stewardship public speaking, and she'll give that speech in July at the state convention in Dallas. And so let's give her a round of applause. Sophomore is Cameron Price. He qualified for state in livestock judging. This is his second year to go to state in that. He was also on the 5th place cotton judging team, and he also qualified in senior prepared public speaking, and he'll give that speech in Dallas in July. Then we have a few seniors on here, and I think they've seen the end of school, so it's going to be hard to get them back up here. We have Audrey Turner. She qualified in job interview event. It was her second time to go to state. She was 7th last year and 9th this year at the state contest. There were over 300 students that started out at the district level. And again, we also compete against 1 through 5A, so that's a pretty good accomplishment there. She was a state qualifier in livestock judging 3 times, and she was 5th high individual last year out of about, I think there were 800 or 900 kids in state livestock judging last year, and so that's a pretty good feat in itself. And then also we found out last week that Audrey has qualified for the Texas FFA State Scholarship interview, which will be in Waco. And if she gets that, she'll be presented a scholarship in Dallas at our state FFA convention. We just don't know the amount. It's going to be somewhere between $2,000 and $18,000. So give her a round of applause. Then we have a kid we call Meat and Potatoes. It's Cody Ballou. He does anything for you and does a really good job. He qualified for state and livestock judging 3 times, and also was a state FFA degree qualifier, so he'll get his state FFA degree in July in Dallas also. Give him a round of applause. Okay, then I think we have a few more kids here that did make it. Jessica Vasinga, she'll come on up. Jessica, for the 2nd year in a row, and I believe 3 times the state dairy cattle judger. Last year they were reserve state champions in dairy cattle judging, and again this year they were reserve state dairy cattle judging champions. There were approximately, 54 teams at the state level, 1 through 5A, and over 200 teams started out the year, so we were pretty proud of them for that accomplishment. And she was also the high individual at our area contest for Area 4, and there's about 85 schools in our area. So we'll give her a round of applause. A senior, and she did make it here this year. If Klein Jones would come on down. I believe Klein's been to state and dairy cattle judging 4 times. Okay. Last year she was a state high individual out of about 600 kids. This year she was a 7th high individual and was a member of that reserve champion state dairy judging team. We're really going to miss her. She knows way more about dairy cattle than probably the rest of us put together. So we'll give her a round of applause. Very, very quiet, and so I wouldn't know if she was here or not. Caitlin Moyer, she was also a member of the reserve champion dairy judging team. So let's give her a round of applause. And then if London Jones would come forward. London will get recognized a little bit later for some athletic stuff, I'm sure. But London was a key instrument in getting us to state so that we could judge, because her sister had to go to a dairy show in Oklahoma. Okay, so she got us there, but then her sister took over. But she was running track, so I said, hey, that's okay, we'll take care of it. And we got close, and so she got us there, and we appreciate that. And so we consider her a very instrumental part of the reserve champion dairy judging team. Give her a round of applause. And then we had Vanessa Medrano. I don't think she's here this evening, but she was on 2 state teams, the cotton judging team, and for the first year for us to have a floriculture judging team. Mr. Young was the coach of that team. She qualified for both those contests, so we'll give her a round of applause. And Jana Kinkas, if she'll come forward. She was also a member of our state qualifying floriculture judging team. Give her a round of applause. And the last member, and I'm not sure, she was also a member of our state qualifying floral judging team.